A very good evening. You're watching DD News Kohima with me, Sinti Ranla. A look at our top stories first. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Operation Sindoor not just responsibility of armed forces but that of every Indian. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates, lays foundation stone of several development projects in Khanti Nagar. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan says NEP 2020 is significant for futuristic education. And Deputy Commissioner of Jammu Khetima District holds meeting to review overall law and order situation. Now the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that recent events have proven that the so-called proxy war against India is in fact a well-planned war strategy. Addressing a public gathering at Mahatma Mandir in Khanti Nagar, Gujarat, he said that following the events of May 6, India no longer needs to provide proof of terrorist activity. The evidence is now being provided by those across the border themselves. The Prime Minister pointed out that terrorists killed were given state honours in Pakistan with the national flag draped over their coffins and salutes offered by the Pakistani army. He said this clearly establishes that these are not isolated terrorist acts but part of a coordinated military strategy. Mr. Modi said India does not seek enmity with anyone and wishes to live in peace.
अगर उसी दिन इन मुजाहिदों को मौत के घाट उतार दिया गया होता और सरदार पटेल की इच्छा थी कि पीओके वापस नहीं आता है तब तक सेना रुकनी नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन सरदार साहब की बात मानी नहीं गई और ये मुजाहिदीन जो लहू चख गए थे वो सिलसिला 75 साल से चला है। पहलगाम में भी उसी का विकृत रूप था। 75 साल तक हम झेलते रहे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated and laid a foundation stone for various development projects worth over 5,500 crore rupees at Mahatma Mandir in Khanti Nagar, Gujarat. The projects cover key sectors including urban development, infrastructure, water resource management, healthcare and revenue services. The Prime Minister inaugurated the development projects as part of the 20-year celebration of Gujarat's urban growth story.
स्वास्थ्य और जल आपूर्ति से जुड़ी हैं। प्रधानमंत्री ने पीएम आवास योजना के तहत 22,000 से अधिक घर भी लाभार्थियों को सौंपे। प्रधानमंत्री ने गुजरात शहरी विकास वर्ष 2025 का लोगो लॉन्च किया। साथ ही गुजरात की शहरी विकास योजना और राज्य स्वच्छ वायु कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ किया। पीएम ने स्वर्णिम जयंती मुख्यमंत्री शहरी विकास योजना के तहत गुजरात में शहरी स्थानीय निकायों को 3,300 करोड़ रुपए की धनराशि जारी की।
Meanwhile, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan today said that National Education Policy 2020 is significant for a futuristic education in the country while preserving traditional values. Speaking at the Media Network's Education Conclave in New Delhi, the minister emphasized that the National Education Policy has emerged as a visionary framework shaping the future of learning in India. He added that India has made notable progress in the education sector with a strong focus on infrastructure, inclusivity and modernization. The Union Minister also stated that education has always been a key pillar and major attraction for India's youth. He said that NEP 2020 has developed into a forward-thinking framework that is influencing the future of education in the nation. The Union Minister added that the nation has nearly 30 crore students aged between 5 and 23, which underscores the significance of educational reforms in India. Deputy Commissioner of Chumuketima District, Polanchon, held a meeting with village councils, Kaumpuras, police and security agencies to review the overall law and order situation of the incidents that took place on 23rd May at Unity Village. Mr. Chon termed the incidents as unfortunate and said that such incidents show that the factions do not regard public opinion. The DC also said that such incident is illegal and liable to be punished as per the law. He pointed out that movement outside the designated camp with arms is prohibited and violation of ceasefire ground rules. Expressing gratitude to the village councils and Kaumpuras for their valuable suggestions, Mr. Chon assured that a detailed report from the police will be submitted to the higher level and serious actions will be initiated. Emphasizing on ceasefire rules, he said a clear-cut direction from the ceasefire ground rules is needed. The DC urged the village councils to work in collaboration with the administration, police and security forces for prompt action in case of any such incidents in the future. The Superintendent of Police SP Office Longland hosted a one-day training session focused on procedures to handle criminal cases for the District Executive Force DEF personnel yesterday. The comprehensive training aimed to bolster the investigative and procedural acumen of the local police force. Speaking at the session, Government Pleader cum Assistant Public Prosecutor H. Tonya Pom delivered an in-depth curriculum designed to refine the DEF's understanding and application of legal protocols in criminal matters. Participants received detailed instruction on the intricacies of filing a First Information Report (FIR), the foundational document for initiating criminal proceedings. The training also delved into the comprehensive procedure of investigations, guiding officers through the systematic steps required for thorough and legally sound inquiries. Key aspects of police work such as arrest procedures were discussed, emphasizing adherence to legal guidelines and human rights. It also provided crucial insights into seizure of evidence, ensuring that all collected materials are handled correctly to maintain their admissibility in court. The training concluded with a focus on the prosecution of accused and the vital process of securing prosecution sanction. And it's time now for a short break. Please stay with us.
Oh, lovely. Well done. अब होगा बड़ा स्टूडियो, नया कैमरा, नई लाइट्स, लगे हाथ नई कार भी ले लो उसी लोन से। नो, लोन लिए गए काम में ही लगाओ, समय से EMI चुकाओ, क्रेडिट स्कोर बढ़ाओ और अगला लोन आसानी से पाओ। कार नहीं तो मेरी फोटो तो ले लो। आप कौन?
RBI कहता है
वित्तीय समझदारी समृद्ध नारी।
Welcome back. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has approved the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft AMCA program execution model. The model aims to enhance India's indigenous defence capabilities and foster a robust domestic aerospace industrial ecosystem. In a statement, Defence Ministry said that the execution model approach provides equal opportunities to both private and public sectors on a competitive basis. It stated that the entity or bidder should be an Indian company compliant with the laws and regulations of the country. The ministry added that this is an important step towards harnessing the indigenous expertise, capability and capacity to develop the advanced medium combat aircraft prototype, which will be a major milestone towards self-reliance in the aerospace sector. India continued to expose Pakistan's support to terrorism globally, with multiple party delegations visiting various countries and spreading New Delhi's message of zero tolerance against terrorism. The all-party delegation led by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor visited the South American country Guyana. Briefing the media, Dr. Tharoor said that Guyana has extended support for India's right to defend itself from terrorist attacks and to respond effectively. He added that Guyana holds special significance for India, particularly as a current member of the United Nations Security Council, where its voice is influential in shaping global responses to international issues. The delegation also met Guyana President Muhammad Irfan Ali.
Indian sources, but by objective and often international investigations, we have denials all the time, and they always turn out to be lies. And this is why it has become extremely difficult for us to take Pakistani denials. We are determined to convey our steely determination and resolve, and we want the world to react also not with fear, but also not with indifference. We want the world to understand, and we want the world to understand why and what. Why is because we've been enduring terrorist attacks for nearly 4 decades, and what is that we are going to respond in a measured, calibrated, precise manner to ensure that no act of terrorism goes unpunished.
The Centre has restored benefits under the remission of duties and taxes on exported products, RoDTEP scheme for exports made by advance authorization holders, export-oriented units and units in special economic zones. The restoration of benefits will be effective from the 1st of next month. These benefits, which were previously withdrawn, had remained in force until 5th of February 2025. The scheme is aimed at enhancing India's export competitiveness in global markets by reimbursing exporters for embedded duties, taxes and levies that are not refunded under other existing schemes. The restored benefits are expected to provide a level playing field for exporters across sectors. And in badminton, ace Indian shuttlers PV Sindhu and HS Pranoy have advanced to the singles second round of the Singapore Open. In women's singles today, Sindhu defeated Wen Yu Zhang of Canada in the first round of the tournament in Singapore. However, Malvika Bansot suffered a first round defeat as she lost to Thailand's Suparnita Khathong. In men's singles, Pranoy defeated Danish player Rasmus Chemke in the first round. Earlier in the day, top Indian mixed doubles pair of Tanisha Crasto and Dhruv Kapila faced an early exit from the tournament. They lost to Zhang Qi and Chen Xing of China in the first round. Another Indian mixed doubles player, Amruta Pramodesh and Ashdit Surya, also bowed out in the opening round. They were defeated by Japan's Sayaka Hopara and Yuichi Shimokami in straight games. And it's time now to look at the weather reports across Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 34 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 32 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. Phek had a maximum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And before we close, a quick look at the top stories once more. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Operation Sindoor not just responsibility of armed forces but that of every Indian. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates, lays foundation stone of several development projects in Kandinagar. Education Minister Thamendra Pradhan says NEP 2020 is significant for futuristic education. And Deputy Commissioner of Jammu-Khetama District holds meeting to review overall law and order situation. And that's a wrap from the newsroom tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.